We met where the old oak bends low, your laughter like wind through the leaves. I counted the freckles on your nose in the hush of the autumn eaves. The scent of rain on dry earth rose as you whispered secrets to the trees. Now the seasons spin like a dusty record, skipping on a scratch we both made. Every silence feels like a verdict in the bed that we jointly laid. The clock hands grind, slow and weighted, each second a promise betrayed. Our eternal ride. City lights blur into a river as we argue over maps and pride. But your eyes are the only star quiver that can calm the tide inside. In the chaos, your voice is the river that turns the desert into a bride. Baby, love is not a destination, but the fuel in our tank, the spark in the night. A fragile, fierce constellation burning through the darkest fight. Not a place, but the journey station. The music in our bones, the light. Heart's highway never ends. Neon buzzes like a tired hymn. I count the cracks in the ceiling. 1, 2, 3. Another night where the moon is a spotlight. I'm the only actor on this empty stage. You remember the diner on Route 66? Jukebox playing a song we claimed as ours. You wore that red dress, I had a hole in my pocket. We shared a milkshake, 2 straws, a silent promise. The waitress called us honey, and we blushed like kids. That was the night we invented our own constellations. We danced in the parking lot under a flickering light, and you told me secrets that only the moon could hear. Now the road stretches long and the gas tank is low. I see your silhouette in every roadside shrine, but the map in my glove box is written in your handwriting, and every exit leads me back to your eyes. Oh, it's the gravity of you pulling me through the static, a silent revolution, a truth I can't deny. Your fingerprints are etched in the marrow of my bones, and I'm spinning in the orbit of your gravity. Yeah, the gravity of you. We planted a garden and coffee cans on the fire escape. Tomatoes and hope, we watered them with our dreams. But winter came early, the frost bit the leaves. We huddled together, our breath fogging the window. You said, maybe we're just 2 birds with broken wings. I said, as long as we're falling together. We kept a jar of fireflies, a promise in a glass, but they died in the cold, like some dreams do. And I've tried to quit you like a bad habit, tossed your letters into the fireplace, watched them curl, but the smoke spelled your name in the winter air. And I woke up with your voice in my ears. Maybe love isn't a choice, it's a sentence, a beautiful, brutal, unbreakable sentence. I've walked away 1,000 times, but your shadow stays like a tattoo on the inside of my eyelids. Your gravity, my constant pull, even if the stars should fall. I'm yours, always yours. And I'd do it all again. The diner was quiet, rain tapping on the glass, neon glow reflecting your face as you passed. You sat in the corner, book open, coffee in hand. I was a stranger, but I felt I understand. Your smile was a secret, the kind that lights the room. A quiet revolution sweeping through the gloom. A moment suspended, time held its breath. In your gaze I found a sudden depth, a tremor in the quiet air, a whisper of fate. Something ancient, something great. Love's tender gravity pulling me to your side. Like a melody, I can't let slide. In the silence, I hear your heart's sweet sound. Love's tender gravity, where I am bound. Days turned to weeks, we walked on the beach at night. Stars above, our shadows in the moonlight. You shared your fears, your hopes, your secret scars. I saw the universe in your eyes like Mars. Your laughter was a language only I could hear, a safe and sacred place where nothing's unclear. And the world faded, just you and me, a symphony wild and free, a river of hope where I can hide, flowing deep and wide. Love's tender gravity pulling me to your side. Like a melody, I can't let slide. In the silence, I hear your heart's sweet sound. Love's tender gravity, where I am bound. But what if I stumble? What if I fall? Your hand reaches out, breaking the wall. Your love is a shelter, a safe harbor in the storm. In your arms, I am reborn. 1,000 fragile moments stitched into one. Underneath the same unwavering sun. Tender gravity pulling me to your side. Like a melody, I can't let slide. In the silence, I hear your heart's sweet sound. Love's tender gravity, where I am bound. Love's tender gravity, always pulling me to you. Always. Smelled like rain and old cigars. You were laughing with your head thrown back, a sound that cracked the silent black. Dusty jukebox played a sad song, but your eyes were bright and sharp and strong. I was nursing a warm beer, tracing circles, swallowing fear. Then you turned the world, tilted on a string. I felt my heartbeat stutter, a clumsy, stupid thing. Your smile was a slow, unfolding map, and I knew my heart was caught in its trap. The first time I saw you, the universe went still. I carved your name in the empty space between my will. You were the question mark at the end of my sentence, the missing chord in my pretense. Oh, the first time I saw you, I knew I'd never be the same, never be through. We talked to books and city lights, shared a secret slice of lemon pie. Your voice was a low, sweet melody, a counter harmony to the melody of the crowd. But we were an island, a quiet, stubborn defiance. You said life is a series of doors, and you held mine open, not yours. Now my hands know the shape of your coat sleeve. I breathe in deep just to catch your leave. The future's a blur, the past is a ghost, but this single moment is what matters the most. The first time I saw you, the universe went still. I carved your name in the empty space between my will. You were the question mark at the end of my sentence, the missing chord in my pretense. Oh, the first time I saw you, I knew I'd never be the same, never be through. Whoa, what if this is just a beautiful mistake, a lovely dream I'm bound to wake from ache for? Then let me dream a little longer, let me linger in the sweet, impossible, tender hinge of the finger that points me home. Neon's off, the bar is closed, but your echoes in the silence, it grows. The first time I saw you, the first time, the first time. Coffee steam drew maps above your cup that Tuesday afternoon. We talked in circles round the things we'd never say too soon. Your laugh cut through the diner's hum, a silver bell, a spark. I traced the rim of my own mug and left a darker mark. The rain against the window wrote a rhythm on the glass, a Morse code for the quiet that we both were built to last. And in the pause between the words, a current pulled us near, a silent understanding, crystal clear, crystal clear. Where our shadows dance on the bedroom wall at dawn, I find a home I never knew I'd ever longed for. Your hand in mine's a language older than the spoken word. Where our shadows dance, I'm not afraid to be unheard. Yeah, where our shadows dance, I'm not afraid to be unheard. We drove with no destination, headlights cut the black. You sang off key to Springsteen. I never looked back, the map unfolded on the seat, a territory of us, each mile a thread we wove into a fragile, faithful trust. Your eyes held constellations I'd been navigating blind, a galaxy of maybe in the quiet of your mind. And in the hush of that car, the world fell far behind, a perfect trembling moment, yours and mine, yours and mine. Where our shadows dance on the bedroom wall at dawn, I find a home I never knew I'd ever longed for. Your hand in mine's a language older than the spoken word. Where our shadows dance, I'm not afraid to be unheard. Yeah, where our shadows dance, I'm not afraid to be unheard. What if the ground gives way? What if the music fades? What if the dawn forgets the colors that it made? But your heart beats steady drum against my own chest, says every ending's just a different kind of rest. And in the silence after, when the last chord fades to gray, our shadows will remember how to sway. So let the world spin wild on its uncertain axis. We've got this quiet, this breath between the fractures, a thousand unsaid things in a single glance. Our shadows still dance in the half-light's trance. Where our shadows dance, dance in the half-light dance. Dinner's cold on the kitchen table. Your old shirt hangs on the door. I'm thumbing through a photo album from the year we finally saw that the map we drew was scribbled in crayon on a napkin thin. But every bend in this back road led me right back to your skin. The coffee's black, the morning paper says the world is falling apart. I count the cracks along the ceiling like constellations in the dark. And I wonder if you still remember the weight of my hand in yours when we swore we'd never bend beneath the ordinary wars. So let the rust stay on my wedding ring. Let the years carve lines around my eyes, 'cause every scratch and every singe is a story that we wrote in fire and surprise. Yeah, the rust on my wedding ring is just a crown of ancient stars, shining where your love still clings to the hollow of my heart. I found your ribbon in the toolbox, tied around a rusted nail. You used it to remind me how to mend what seemed so frail. We built this house with broken pieces and a hammer made of hope. Now the floorboards creak our names like a long forgotten rope. The news is loud, the silence louder when the power finally dies. I watch the shadows on the wall turn into lullabies, and I wonder if you still can see me through the fog of growing old, or if I'm just a faded photograph that the world has oversold. So let the rust stay on my wedding ring. Let the years carve lines around my eyes, 'cause every scratch and every singe is a story that we wrote in fire and surprise. Yeah, the rust on my wedding ring is just a crown of ancient stars, shining where your love still clings to the hollow of my heart. Maybe love ain't a burning mountain, maybe it's a slow and steady rain, filling up the cracks we made, washing off the shame and the stain. It's the quiet in the thunder, the calm within the storm's loud tongue, the song that the radio plays when all the other songs are done. The rust, the rust is just a crown of ancient stars, shining where your love still clings to the hollow of my heart. off a stain on your notebook page, a map of where your thoughts have been. I trace the lines like a secret code that only our two hearts could spin. The way you hum off key in the shower, a symphony of imperfect sound. I press my ear to the bathroom door and never let the world around. The crease in your book where you bookmark the page you fell asleep to last night. I left a kiss on the margin, a silent promise, soft and light. And I thought I knew the color blue until I saw it in your eyes. A shade that doesn't have a name, it only deepens when you cry. And I thought I knew the word forever till you said it in your sleep. A promise that the night kept close, too sacred to ever speak. So build with me, brick by whispered brick, a fortress for our fragile loves. Against the tide, against the clock, a permanent tattoo on the cosmos. Oh, the architecture of us. The way you twirl your hair when you're thinking, a silent language only we know. The socks you leave by the bedside, a testament to how we grow. We talking movie quotes and dreams of places we might never see. But in this room with the lights turned low, we're writing our own history. The record player crackles with an old standard, your head on my chest, a perfect beat. In this moment, time is frozen, our love, a bittersweet retreat. And I thought I knew the word forever till you said it in your sleep. A promise that the night kept close, too sacred to ever speak. So build with me, brick by whispered brick, a fortress for our fragile loves. Against the tide, against the clock, a permanent tattoo on the cosmos. Oh, the architecture of us. And if the walls we build should crumble, if the blueprints fade to dust, I still know the contour of your hand. In the dark, I'll still trust. 'Cause love is not a perfect structure, it's the lean in the cracks, the side, the way we mend what's broken and learn to live with the why. And when the world feels like a storm and we're just paper boats adrift, I'll be the anchor, you be the sail, our love, the only gift. Brick by whispered brick, a permanent tattoo, the architecture of us. You still awake? Your coffee stain on my map of where your thumb would trace. The radio's low between the stations, playing songs of separations. And the clock says 2 a.m. again, like it's keeping score of when we trade secrets like they're cigarettes, exhaling ghosts we haven't met yet. And the silence isn't heavy, it's the kind that lets you see the fingerprints on everything we own, together alone. No, this is the quiet kind of fire, not a blaze to consume, but a glow to inspire. A slow burn under the skin, a steady choir of all the unsaid, the untamed, the entire. Oh, this is the quiet kind of fire. Your sweater on my bedroom floor, a coastline I was searching for. We talk in paragraphs, not lines, rewriting all our past designs. And the morning comes in gray and soft, like a promise we're both too scared to scoff. But your hand finds mine under the sheet, a current in the static, bittersweet. And the future isn't promised, it's a door we both have noticed, slightly ajar with light on the other side. A fragile, brave divide. Oh, this is the quiet kind of fire, not a blaze to consume, but a glow to inspire. A slow burn under the skin, a steady choir of all the unsaid, the untamed, the entire. Ooh, this is the quiet kind of fire. What if we're just two ghosts haunting each other's?
The station clock hands froze at 3:30.
I remember the rain on your coat that day, the way you laughed as the train pulled away, your suitcase left by the bench, a red-handled key, and the promise we made to the old oak tree. I traced the outline of your shadow on the wall as the neon sign outside began to crawl, spelling out EAT in buzzing pink, while my heart was trying not to think. But seasons changed and the leaves turned brown. I searched for your face in the crowd of the town, and the echoes of forever lost in the sound, where the heart lies regret, a souvenir I'll never forget. Maybe love is a map with no destination, a beautiful lie, a sweet damnation. But I'd walk through the fire just to hold your hand in this promised land, in the shifting sand. And if you're out there under the same moon's glow, I hope you think of me and let it show. 'Cause I'm still here where the heart lies, underneath these endless skies. Where the heart lies, where the heart lies, in the quiet of your eyes. I'm still here. I'm still here. Your lipstick stained the coffee cup beside the station platform bench, where we sat and watched the rain smear the city lights to watercolor blots. You talked about your brother's dog and how it hated thunderstorms. I memorized the way your voice caught when you said you hated being caught. And the train whistle blew a question mark across the diesel-scented air. I almost spoke your name, but held it like a secret in my chest. Oh, your name is in the static between the radio stations now, a frequency of almost, a ghost in the telephone wire. I drive these same dark highways just to feel the empty space where your hand used to be, a perfect missing gear in my design. The diner where we split apart, the formica still holds our shape. I trace the cracks with callous thumbs, a map of where we broke. You said forever, like it was a train you'd never miss. I counted every second till the departure board light, and the neon sign outside my window buzzes your initials low and dim, a faulty circuit crying in a language I still understand. Oh, your name is in the static between the radio stations now, a frequency of almost, a ghost in the telephone wire. I drive these same dark highways just to feel the empty space where your hand used to be, a perfect missing gear in my. Maybe love is just a radio tuned to a station that's gone off the air, a beautiful fading signal we mistake for a prayer. turn the dial, but your voice is just a memory of a sound, buried in the hiss and the hum, never to be found. Static, your name, static. Coffee stain on my notebook, a map of where your lips were. The Tuesday morning light cut through the blinds, like a promise I still keep. The toaster popped, but I let it burn. Watch the smoke curl to the ceiling, while you hum that broken hymn off key. And I learned how silence could be so deep. And the radiator hissed a lullaby as the city woke up gray and tired. But in this kitchen, time was just a lie. We told the clock, in this kitchen, the whole world just stopped. When the world fades to you, every noise recedes, every shadow moves, just the hum of your face, the truth in your eyes. When the world fades to you, I come alive. Oh, I come alive. Now your photograph fades under the couch, a ghost of a smile I can't replace. I drive past the diner where the jukebox played, our song on a broken speaker, and the rain on the windshield sounds like your name, spelled out in a language I forgot. I still wear the scarf you left behind. It smells like a winter we both forgot. And the radio screams a stranger's pain, while my heart beats a rhythm slow and strange. 'Cause in this empty room, the past is all I've got. Yeah, in this empty room, the whole world just stops. When the world fades to you, every noise recedes, every shadow moves, just the hum of your veins, the truth in your eyes. When the world fades to you, I come alive. Oh, I come alive. Maybe love is just a habit of the heart, scar that aches when it remembers the night. Maybe I'm just a fool who confused the spark for a fire that could burn through all of life. But if this is all that's left, this quiet, this regret, then let the record spin
and let the old tape hiss. 'Cause in the static I still hear your breath, and that's a kind of eternal, that's a kind of bliss. When the world fades to you, when the world fades,
map of your skin unfolded in the half-light, a topography of moles and freckles I learned by heart. Your breath was a slow tide against my shoulder. The radiator hummed our only song in the dark. Counted the constellations of your scars, each one a story you never spoke aloud. The way your hair fell across the pillow like a shadow, a silent language only I was allowed. The curve of your wrist, a gentle parenthesis, enclosing the fragile text of our days. The scent of your skin after the shower, a blend of soap and sweat and sun-kissed haze. And I thought I knew the way to your laughter, but the roads kept bending, the signs were warm. Every turn a question mark, every hill a maybe, till I found the compass in your eyes, steady and warm. Oh, let's get lost in the cartography of us, where every scar is a landmark, every side road. We're drawing lines on a fragile paper, a living map that only we know. And when the world outside is a blur of static, we're the only coordinates that ever feel true. The cartography of us, a sacred geometry, a place I never want to stop exploring with you. We charted the valley of your lower back, the mountain range of your spine, and the blue TV glow, the desert of your silence when the world was too loud, the river of your laughter where we used to go. I mapped the archipelago of your hips, the hidden coves of your smile in the morning light, the tectonic plates of our arguments that shifted and clashed in the dead of night. The frost on the window traced our breath in the winter, a temporary graffiti of our existence. The hum of the refrigerator, the tick of the clock, the soundtrack of our quiet resistance. And I thought I knew the way to your forgiveness, every word a detour, every silence a canyon, till I learned to read the map your eyes had earned. Oh, let's get lost in the cartography of us, where every scar is a landmark, every sigh a road. We're drawing lines on a fragile paper, a living map that only we know. And when the world outside is a blur of static, we're the only coordinates that ever feel true. The cartography of us, a sacred geometry, a place I never want to stop exploring with you. And if the ink should fade and the paper tear, if the distances grow and the lines obscure, I'll still feel the contours beneath my fingers, the gravity of you, the pull that's sure. For even if the map should crumble to dust, the territory remains in every breath, the uncharted territory of your touch that leads me home or leads me to my death. And in the silence between heartbeats, I hear the echo of your name, a compass spinning wildly, but always pointing to the same. The map is us, the journey's done. We're home, we're home, we're home. Road map I never learned to fold, a faded denim sky behind the diner where the story got told. We talked in circles round a styrofoam cup of bitter black, while the jukebox played a song about a heart attack. Your laughter was a busted neon sign above the bar, flickering on and off, leaving me where you are. And the radio static sounds like your name in the rain, washing down the gutters, down the drain again. Yeah, the silence after midnight ain't so silent after all. It's the neon heartbeats, the cheap motel glow, the secrets we whispered to the pillow, soft and low. The map is torn and the road is long, and the tank is on E, but I'd drive forever just to feel you next to me. Oh, these neon heartbeats pounding in the dark, the dashboard lights reflecting your eyes, a constellation of chrome. This rusted out Chevy is our only home we've ever known. You sang off key to the radio, your voice a sweet sad tune, under a moon that looked like a tarnished silver spoon. I caught you sitting on an old t-shirt, a ghost of your perfume, a mix of cigarette smoke and crushed velvet in my lonely room. And the highway lines are the only rhythm we keep as the world outside just fades to sleep. Yeah, the engine's hum is a lullaby. We both believe it's the neon heartbeats, the cheap motel glow, the secrets we whispered to the pillow, soft and low. The map is torn and the road is long, and the tank is on E, but I'd drive forever just to feel you next to me. Oh, these neon heartbeats pounding in the dark. Maybe love ain't a destination, maybe it's just the fuel, the sputter and the cough before the engine cools. It's the crack in the windshield we learn to see through. It's the us in the rear view, forever chasing the new. The cheap motel glow, the secrets we whispered to the pillow, soft and low. The map is torn and the road is long, and the tank is on E, but I'd drive forever just to feel you next to me. Oh, these neon heartbeats pounding in the dark, pounding in the dark. Neon heartbeats fade into a spark, just a spark in the infinite dark. Your t-shirt's on the chair inside out, coffee steam blurs the window, morning spilling out. The radio's a hum, a low electric purr, and I'm memorizing the quiet things I'm sure, like how your breath gets shallow just before you wake, and the city sounds like a distant, fuzzy lake. I could trace the timeline on your spine, back to the first time your eyes met mine, in a crowd of strangers, loud and bright. You were the only quiet in the night. Oh, first light on your skin, where the shadows let me in. A slow and steady hymn, I could stay here till the static clears. Yeah, first light on your skin. Last night's laughter's tangled in the sheets, Your laugh lines, they're the map to hidden streets. We talked in circles about the books we read and all the useless facts we keep up in our heads. Now the sun's a gold coin on the floor, and I'm not reaching for my shoes by the door. I could trace a timeline on your spine, back to the first time your eyes met mine. In a crowd of strangers, loud and bright, you were the only quiet in the night. Oh, first light on your skin, where the shadows let me in. A slow and steady hymn, I could stay here till the static clears. Yeah, first light on your skin, and the world outside can turn and spin. It's got a hold on everything we're in, but gravity's a gentle thing, it seems, when you're tangled in my wildest dreams. So let the morning paper pile up high, let the world go drifting by. Don't move, just breathe. Cigarette smoke and a flickering neon sign, your silhouette on the fire escape, 2 a.m., cheap wine. The radio's playing a forgotten tune. We're dancing in the kitchen, a paper plate moon. Your laugh cracks the silence like a rifle shot in this rented room where we forget what we've got. And the radiator hisses a lullaby while the city screams like it's begging to die. I trace the road map of your faded tattoo, and nicotine, our sacrament. Kiss is a spark on a gasoline heart. We're tearing the world apart, tearing the world apart. Neon and nicotine burning slow, a beautiful wreckage, the only thing I know. Cold in the morning's a thief, it steals the colors from the autumn leaves. You're tying your shoes, not looking my way. The silence is screaming what we can't say. I remember the night the power went out. We talked for hours, no shadow of doubt.
some fights, and the truth we dodge in the hallway lights. Your suitcase sits like a loaded gun. This might be over before it's begun. Oh, neon and nicotine, our sacrament. Two lost souls in a permanent moment. Your kiss is a spark on a gasoline heart. We're tearing the world apart, tearing the world apart. Neon and nicotine, burning slow, a beautiful wreckage. The only thing I know. What if we just didn't? What if we stayed in this fracture of time, where the only thing broken is the bottle we pass, and the only thing promised is this fading light?